our LED cube joined to the base, and all we have to do now is assemble the enclosure. Let's actually do the lid first, because the lid's a bit easier. We're going to stick these through, and there's no particular orientation here, so they can go either way. So whichever way looks best. They should fit through nicely. A little bit of a firm or accurate cut, should I say, and they should clip into the base just like so. Oh, sorry. And we'll do that for each of those vertical sides. Actually, I might just tweak that wire a little bit. Final tweaks before you do this. In fact, I might even just join that solder. Just make it join together. There we go. Looks better. A few imperfections, but you know, gives it character. There we go. That's all our 4 walls on. Let's just have a look through there. Looks pretty cool. Okay, our lid is next. And there's a few bits in this still. So make sure the holes are clear. If you need to poke those through. There we go. It was easy. As long as it didn't fall in there. It did fall in there. Now, you might want to, if you've just peeled these off and you've got fingerprints on them, before we actually put the lid on, it might be a good idea to go around with some isopropyl alcohol just to clean the acrylic. This one that was done, you can see it's a lot cleaner than the one we're just doing now, and I think that was partly because the paper that I had on this I'd somehow removed by accident too early, so they did get marked up a little bit. Might be a good idea just to keep the paper on until you're ready to assemble the enclosure like this. Let's get those screws. There's 4 in the top. In fact, I'll take it off this. Just do these up by hand so you can feel when they're tight. If they do spin around down the bottom there, you might be able to just put your fingernail in there just to hold them in place. Okay, so there are 4 extra pieces. There's 2 small bits and 2 of these larger bits, and these are basically to frame where the battery box sits. Importantly, this one with the cutouts sits with the 2 slots down the bottom in like so, and the cutout is to go over the programming socket, as you can see there. So that should sit down nicely. Now we're going to assemble that as a complete frame because it's got the tabs on the side, and this is a little bit awkward, but essentially we just want to be able to hold those together like so, pass the battery box through the center like that, okay, and then position that in place. And that should slot in just nicely, like so. Oh, I missed that one. That one, and that one as well. There we go. That's in, and that's in. We have it. Okay. So now it has a little notch at the front here. That's actually for the wires. So the wires will come down toward the front. Now we can sort of bunch those up inside a little bit as long as they go through that notch. And the way we want to put this battery box down is so the switch is up. Okay, importantly, that will give us enough space in there for that to sit nice and flat. Okay, so now that's in, we want to put the outer pieces on. So essentially we're going to position these four sides, try and get the nice looking side on the outside, although they do all have to match together. Okay, so in other words, we could try to assemble it now, but it's got to slot over those like so, and as long as it's clipped in place correctly, that should fit there. If not, just clip it down a little bit more on the clear, and we should find it. That slots on. There it goes. Almost there. So that's clipping in nicely, and we just have that battery box sitting there. So the last bit to go on is our base, and of course we want to match it. Screws. Of course, they're the four that you need to take off if you're going to replace the batteries. So that is it. We should be able to turn that on now, and we have our working LED cube. Actually, now I've got two of them. So that's how to get the PicoMiniCUBE in a nice enclosure, assembled and working. Thanks for watching.